Nigga, we on worldwide television. Can you fight this nigga talking mad shit, man?
No, because you're a piece of shit.
I, Jake Joseph Paul, will knock out, defeat, and embarrass Anthony Joshua.
His second fight at heavyweight against a bona fide knockout.
Mike Tyson brutally attacked Jake Paul in a shocking confrontation that left the boxing world reeling. After Anthony Joshua's devastating victory, Paul's bravado shattered along with two of his jaws, exposing him as all talk and no skill. The arena erupted in chaos as Tyson unleashed a merciless verbal onslaught, leaving Paul humiliated and his reputation in ruins. December 19th, 2025.
Down to the body with the right hand for Anthony Joshua. There's a big left now.
Was a night that shattered illusions. Anthony Joshua stepped into the ring against Jake Paul. And by the time the fight was over, Paul wasn't just defeated, he was broken. One or two of his jaws were shattered, his confidence ripped apart, and the crowd was left in stunned silence. The arena buzzed with disbelief, not just at the physical brutality, but at the undeniable truth that Jake Paul's lifetime of boasting, trolling, and social media hype had collided head-on with the harsh reality of real boxing. For years, Paul had built his persona around empty threats and viral stunts, claiming he could take on anyone from legends to current champions. But in those final rounds, all of that talk counted for nothing. And the chaos didn't stop there because the aftermath would see Mike Tyson himself storming in, ready to expose the young fighter in a way that was brutal, shocking, and unforgettable. It really is. Oh, the honey. He took it. Jake Paul took it. Before this night, Jake Paul's reputation had been one of fearless bravado. He consistently hyped himself as the best in the world, claiming he could beat anyone in the ring. Interviews, social media posts, and endless video clips showed him taunting legends like Anthony Joshua and even Mike "Music" Tyson. Oh, the right hand. But if he does land his best shot at the moment, not that much is going to happen.
Oh, the right hand bites. Oh!
Even if he does land his best shot at the moment, not that much is going to happen.
Every fight promotion was filled with his loud promises, his threats, and his smug confidence. He thrived on talking, trolling, and creating hype, painting himself as a fighter who could do it all. But the reality of his in-ring skills often told a very different
story. No one's done more for the sport of boxing in the past decade than myself, so I think if people really cared about boxing, they'd want me to win, but
Paul's confidence was built on a shaky foundation. His only real proof of success had been his controversial win over Mike Tyson in November 2024. That fight became the trophy he constantly referenced to justify his claims. He made it clear to everyone, he wasn't just a social media star, he was a boxer who had beaten a legend.
After Anthony Joshua defeated Jake Paul tonight by knockout, Jake claimed that his jaw was fractured on this hard punch. In this video, we'll take a closer look.
Former two-time world champion, AJ Anthony.
Paul's confidence was built on a shaky foundation. His only real proof of success had been his controversial win over Mike Tyson in November 2024. That fight became the trophy he constantly referenced to justify his claims. He made it clear to everyone he wasn't just a social media star. He was a boxer who had beaten a legend. Fast forward to December 19th, 2025. Anthony Joshua entered the ring, and from the very first round, it was clear this fight was not going to be another spectacle of hype and showmanship. Joshua's dominance was absolute. Every punch he threw reminded everyone that real champions do more than talk. They hit, they endure, and they finish.
To chop down Paul. Joshua, the predator, counter right. There's the right hand.
I'm a very respectful guy, brought up by a good family, but if I can kill you, I will kill you. That's just how I am.
By the middle rounds, the damage to Jake Paul was evident. One or two of his jaws were broken, and with each blow, the confidence he had carried for years crumbled further. Paul's face, once full of smirks and bravado, was now a picture of shock and pain. He had spent months proclaiming his superiority, mocking legends, and promising victory, but none of it prepared him for the cold, hard truth in front of him. The crowd's reaction amplified the drama. Fans cheered for Joshua with a mix of relief and awe, witnessing the total collapse of a fighter who had built his career on talk rather than skill. Social media erupted as clips of Paul struggling in the ring began circulating, showing a man whose confidence was no match for physical reality. The contrast between Paul's pre-fight boasting and the brutal outcome was undeniable. The audience didn't just see a fight, they saw a reckoning, the night where hype met true skill and was utterly demolished. This wasn't just another loss on Paul's record. It was a turning point. A moment where his limits were exposed in the most public, humiliating way possible. The story didn't end with Joshua's victory. Mike Tyson, who had already faced Paul and understood both his strengths and weaknesses, entered the scene post-fight. His presence was electric, his anger palpable. Tyson cornered Paul and began to verbally dismantle him. Each word like a punch in its own right. For a fighter who had thrived on talking and trolling, there was nowhere to hide. Paul's excuses, holding back, strategy, prior wins, crumbled instantly under Tyson's merciless words. This confrontation marked the night Paul's public image truly collapsed, leaving the boxing world with a simple, brutal truth. He could talk, but he couldn't fight.
And it almost, there's a left hook.
Tyson cornered.
Cocaine is tough, girls. Mike Tyson didn't just stroll into the arena after Joshua's brutal victory. He stormed in like a hurricane. The energy in the room shifted instantly. Fans who had just witnessed Jake Paul's jaw getting shattered turned their attention to Tyson, sensing that something monumental was about to unfold. Tyson's eyes burned with a mix of fury and disbelief. And the moment he stepped close to Paul, you could feel the tension snap like a taut rope. This wasn't a friendly handshake or a pat on the back. And it almost there's a left. Tyson cornered Paul and let the verbal assault fly, cutting through all of Paul's hype like a machete. You talk, you taunt, but when it counts, you break, Tyson bellowed. And the words hit harder than any punch Joshua had thrown moments before. What made this confrontation even more devastating was Tyson's credibility.
He looked angry up there. I've never seen him look so fired up. He was giving it the throat-slashing gestures. He wants to hurt Jake Paul.
This wasn't some random critic or fan yelling in the crowd. Tyson had faced Paul before, felt his punches, and survived rounds with him. When Tyson spoke, every word carried the weight of first-hand experience. He didn't need to hype himself. His history in the ring did that for him. And Paul, who had spent months boasting online, mocking legends, and claiming invincibility, suddenly looked like a school kid caught lying. His attempts to explain himself, "I was holding back," or, "It's different," this time only fueled Tyson's savage roast. Every excuse, every deflection was shredded under Tyson.
Respectfully. That's just the mentality we have to have as fighters. I don't know if any other fighter thinks that way. Maybe they're a bit more tamed. But the things I watch and the way my mind works, when you're in that ring, it's a dangerous place to be and anything can happen. And you hope your opponent leaves the ring safely, but if they don't, you still have to go to bed at night knowing that you just